Alright, we're back for part 2 of the previews catalog. Things you can check out in November for coming out in January, February-ish. Starting out with some distillery stuff, we got Endeavor. Number 1. Now a modern day tourism company is offering a luxury trip aboard a near-accurate recreation of the ship Endeavor. For a hefty fee, elite passengers can experience history with all the modern comforts, the vacation of a lifetime, until the unthinkable happens. And 7 children are stuck aboard the ship, alone and adrift at sea. Rough seas and rations are the least of their worries as they quickly realize the real enemy is each other. That doesn't sound fun. Just a bunch of kids wanting to take each other out, and they're out in the middle of the ocean. It's like, just take the whole ship out and be done with them. And we're done with the little idiots. Jump a few pages here. About 30-40 pages. 2. Let's see here what we got. Looks like Cyberpunk 2077 Psycho Squad. MaxTac, one of the deadliest and most controversial forces in the Night City, is deployed against a corpo netrunner turned cyber psycho. The squad's mission? Eliminate the target and save lives. But the scene is unlike anything they've encountered. With the building on lockdown, the psycho has the facilities and its occupants wired for destruction. I'm guessing we got this page also, which is Frankenstein, New World, The Sea of Forever. Looks like Mike Mignola and Barry is working on this, and Peter Berg thing. Frankenstein and the young Lilia navigate the world above ground to follow Lilia's vision, but an ancient and familiar evil follows them wherever they go. Mike Mignola, Christopher Golden, blah, 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 blah. Return to the new world that Hellboy and the BPRD gave their lives to save. Yeah, we'll wait and see how many are out there and how long it goes for. We got that's part 2. We got Jump Scare number 1. It's an action horror superhero event that ties into the hit Beyond Mortal series. In a world rife with crime, horror, and bloodshed, Jump Scare is the hero we deserve. Strong, fast, violent, and able to conjure any weapon from any horror movie she's seen, and she's seen a lot of horror movies. Jump Scare hacks her way through ne'er-do-wells and monsters alike. Not only is she the bloodiest hero of Empire City, she is the most popular. No wonder her enemies want her dead. Sounds like a fun story premise, and it's done by Cullen Bunn, so. And Danny Luckart. Can't go too wrong there. That was 29. Go to this page and see what we got. Looks like Let This One Be a Devil, number 1. In the early 1900s, Henry Naughton returns home to the family farm in the swampy pine barrens of southern New Jersey. One night he encounters a strange predator stalking the woods. This sends the young scholar on a research project that uncovers the legend of Mother Leeds and the terrible birth of the Jersey Devil in 1735. James Tynion IV, Steve Fox, and Petr Kowalski bring the Jersey Devil to life in a supernatural tale of horror that peels back unknown layers of history and reveals local monsters and universal terrors. 230. Skipping over this to page 232. We got Star Wars The High Republic has some books out, collections. Looks like Stranger Things and Dungeons and Dragons The Rise of Hellfire #1. Spell slinging, sword swinging, and the luck of the dice have shaped the lives of the Stranger Things boys well before they had real monsters to face. This exciting new D&D focused prequel to the events of Stranger Things Season 4 features Eddie Munson's rise to de facto leader of the Hellfire Club, his recruitment of Lucas, Dustin, and Mike, and glimpses into the fantasy worlds they can conquer together. Okay, now we gotta jump about 15 pages here to Howl #1. Mary, a science fiction writer, becomes science fiction. That's the law of Greenwich Village in the late 1950s, home of poets, artists, musicians, writers, their put-upon partners, and the extraterrestrial spores that are secretly taking them over. I got Alyssa Whitney mixes science fiction with family memoir, featuring stunning art by Murasset. Alright. Didn't really get much from that description. We got, now this one confused me because is this an issue number or is it just called the final issue? But we got Resurgence of the Valiant Universe final issue. It's all-out war in the finale to the Resurgence event. Silk and Dark's plans have put former allies and friends against one another. With heroes fighting heroes, the only one left to stop Dark is his sister Sandria. But does she even want to help? As the fight to save the Earth from the faraway continues, Silk and his followers attempt to solve the hero problem once and for all. With devastating consequences for everyone, who will live, who will die, the future of the Valiant Universe begins here. It's like, and I guess I gotta get it because I got the run of the Resurgence, so I'm guessing that's gonna be the end of it. I don't know why they just went to call it issue 5, issue 6, whatever. Not sure. But if they come out with the real finale next and the finale of the finale next and keep doing that with one-shots and stuff, I'm going to be pissed. Because then I wouldn't have stuck on it if I would have known they were going to do that. But we will see what happens. But we got to also have this Resurgent tie-in, which I'm going to have to probably get. A Resurgent tie-in. Bloodshot, Resurgence, Bloodshot, one-shot. This is the big fight issue. Present versus future, soldier versus samurai, two warriors at odds who share more than they know. It's Bloodshot versus Rai. One of a family to protect, and the other has the world to save. Who's gonna win? Start arguing about it now online and then pick up this issue to find out the victor as Ray and Bloodshot go toe-to-toe in this one-shot story set during the events of Resurgence. Yeah, I'll put that one down too, I guess. I was looking forward to the whole Resurgence storyline because I started out with the 1 to 5, I think it was, issues, so I figured nice 5-issue run. Now they're doing all this, the extras now after you've already had your hands into the 5-issue run or whatever it was. Which I don't like that they're doing that. That might piss me off. They keep bringing out more and more Resurgence tie-in stuff after the event. Looks like Return of the Living Dead. I love the 80s retro video game style colorization on the pages there. Just when you thought it was safe to go back to the cemetery, we deliver a brand new sequel story to the original movie. The movie that changed what we know about zombies and helped to create a whole new genre in modern horror. What do you get when you mix a pack of party-hungry skateboarders and a group of summer interns left alone in an amusement park overnight? How about we throw in a couple misplaced barrels of Trioxin 245? It's zombie comedy horror action, 1980s style. The mega cult classic Return of the Living Dead returns with a bold new comic book adventure, capturing the brains, the blood, and the fun of the original 1985 film. You think this is a shit comic? This is a way of life. American Mythology Comics proudly presents Return of the Living Dead Party Time. Send more readers. Yeah, since it is a new story, I will probably check it out. I just wish, again, that I knew how many issues. But we'll see. I love the way that looks. Let's see here. We got Private American. Number 1 of 3. One man versus the tide of terror striking from the south. New patriotic fervor from Punisher veteran Mike Baron. With the situation at the U.S.-Mexico border spiraling out of control, leaving Border Patrol agents overwhelmed and powerless, a lone vigilante takes on the invading drug smugglers, gun runners, and sex traffickers. Classic Star Spangled Avenger for one of their most explosive action tales ever. Steve the Dude Rude variant. Yeah. Not sure. Don't care for that type of storyline. That was 266. Now we gotta go about 30 pages. To La Muerta, Lady Death Inferno number 1. The next chapter of Helligeddon, our company-wide crossover event. Whenever Lady Death returns to Earth, devastation follows. This time La Muerta vows to put an end to it. And she has just the bullet for the job. That's right, it's a Lady Death versus La Muerta. But if the street-hardened vigilante wants to kill the diva of death, she'll have to get in line. Mature themes, mature covers. Now this, I don't even think, I don't have this page down. Because it's a trade paperback. But on Crimson Call Comic Club, we just had Grant Lankard, as a creative guest on the Crimson Call Comic Club. I sadly wasn't there for it this week because I had other things going on. But he talked about this Beowulf, and it caught my ear. And I definitely would like to check it out, but a 13-year-old girl discovers her cat has magic powers when they have simultaneous visions of a dragon waking from a 1,000-year nap. Their plan is to seek our reincarnation, the reincarnation, that's how it's written, of the legendary warrior, Beowulf. But unfortunately, he turns out to be more 30-something slacker than Dragon Slayer. The way Grant explained it, it definitely sounded interesting, so I wouldn't mind checking that one out. And we're jumping over to Red Flower. This is volume 1, The Young Rooster and the Sun. Keely is an impetuous teenager who dreams of only one thing, to undergo the Katafali ritual in order to become a man in the eyes of his tribe. However, the young boy struggles to fully embrace the peaceful philosophy of his people as well as the wise counsel of his elders. It is then that Anansi, the sorcerer, has a vision of an apocalypse. The village is going to be invaded by foreigners endowed with mysterious and deadly powers. The members of the clan now face a dilemma: how to defend themselves when their beliefs impose nonviolence. A modern blend of manga and ancestral African tales. Red Flowers is an action and adventure shonen that will take you into the explosive encounter of two opposing cultures, one filled with animism and spirituality. Artwork's interesting. Definitely has that manga look to it. And just gotta go a couple pages here too. Let's see here. It looks like, oh yeah, this one I got excited about when I seen too. Curious what it's about, but we got The Badger, Mad Monkey Shock and Roll #1. Mike Barron is back with more martial arts mayhem in the latest installment of The Badger. When Badger's friend purchases an island paradise off the coast of Venezuela, it may hold the cure for cancer or the end of the world. Will Badger be able to avert this apocalyptic crisis? I don't know, but I want to check it out. With it being a $7 comic, it is 1 of 5. Damn it. We might have to wait for the trade on it, because if those are 7, 5, 35, get the trade for probably 15 to 20, or buy the individual issues for $35. I think I might go trade route on that, but I'm definitely interested in a new Badger story. It's been a while. I'm still working on my Badger collection. I'd love to get that completed. We got Papa Duke #1. In development with Sony Entertainment, Papa Duke is the feared ruler of Blood World and the psychopathic leader of the Night of the Cadillac gangs. Assisted by his fiendish disciple Ives, Papa Duke positions the beautiful Mother Vega as the ultimate goddess queen of his domain. But first, Papa Duke and Ives must destroy everything Mother Vega cares about, including her lover Cassandra. See which Slaughter Otter am I going to cover next. Curious. You got Matt Rogers did A, Jay Hammond did B, which I like. Alejandro Rosado, I like that cover. That's probably the one I'm going to go with. And then I got Matt Rogers on the last two. Fun story. If you didn't get issue 1, you should check it out. And on this page we got a bunch of US comics. The greatest theme in comics, Daredevil battles Hitler one-shot. The classic story is presented here by Lev Gleason with full approval from the royalties to the Charles Bureau family estate for the first time since its initial printing. So if you're ever wanting to get your hands on Daredevil battles Hitler, here's your chance to get a reprint of it. Okay, we got Kill Train #1 of 5. To control the population explosion that nearly crippled the city, New York has instituted Kill Train, a randomized extermination program where designated subway trains are picked at random and all the passengers are slaughtered by the end of the line. In this not-so-distant future, we meet Vanessa, a struggling single mom in the midst of a nervous breakdown, who discovers that she herself is on a kill train. Now, for once in her life, and with everything to prove, Vanessa decides she's not going down without a fight. Well, why would you even get on a train if that's the possibility? I mean, that's just dumb. That makes no sense. If one of the trains, everybody's gonna die, I don't think I'm gonna be hopping on any trains. I think I'll find my own transportation. We got Pantomime. This is a graphic novel. Haley and her brother Max are alone after their mother's death and are sent to Wayfair Academy, a special needs boarding school. Eventually they find family amongst other dead children. One night the group decides to dip their toes into crime. The thrill is too much to leave behind. They soon find out that stealing from the wrong person has its consequences. With no one to turn to but each other, they must make a choice. One where no one comes out the same. Basic artwork going on there with the storyline. We got, let's see what's on this page. Got some compendiums. Oh, Willie Nelson, a graphic history softcover for Willie Nelson fans. Treasury of Victorian Murder compendium. Doesn't look like nothing new. I must have just wanted to give the shout out to Willie Nelson there. He's been having some problems on and off, so hopefully nothing will happen. But we got Cruel Kingdom, number 1 of 4. They're going to keep bringing these EC Comic style books out. They've got quite a few runs going on right now. Yeah, Oni Press is proud to unveil a spellbinding new chapter in the distinguished lineage of EC history. Enter Cruel Kingdom, EC's first ever dark fantasy anthology, conjuring tales of magic, myth, and murder from forbidden realms long before our own. Behold the bloody and barbarous age of wizards, knights, and dragons, as reimagined in the immutable EC manner as master scribes Al Ewing and Greg Pak couple their forces with Kano, Leomax, and more to forge a terrifying new vision of death, life, and adventure once upon a time. I'm not into the old swords and sorcery stuff, so I may not get it. I wish these J. Stevens variants weren't overpriced. I wish they were standard price because I'd be picking up all of them no matter what the story's about. But yeah, who knows, I might get a sketch cover of the first issue, but I don't know. I'm not really into the magic, myth, and murder. Let's see what time. Yeah, we still got a good 10 minutes left here. We're at 251, 2-3, so we're jumping over to Power Lords, number 1 of 3. When deep space smuggler Adam Power comes into possession of the mysterious Power Jewel, he finds himself transformed into something far greater and more powerful than the sum of his parts, only to discover he's been drafted into an eons-old battle between good and evil that could rend entire galaxies asunder. This is the next chapter of the Nacellaverse. Starts here as the Power Lords are reborn for the new generation. Never big on the Power Lords. We'll see. It's a 3-issue run like the other ones were. Nah, I don't know. I'll throw a circle on it just in case, but I probably won't get that one either. So yeah, I got the catalog from my company, but online they still don't have it, and every time they do put it online, if I start putting my order together the first week, it all of a sudden disappears by the next day. And I gotta start all over again, which irritates me. Alright. Let's see. This must be, yeah, Rick and Morty Maximum Trio story. It collects certain things. Let's see what this is. Soma. Maya is a comic book artist in the middle of a creative crisis. She's constantly stressed about deadlines and feels like she's not doing the type of work she loves. In between trying to fight her writer's block and doling out advice to her best friend on how to finally land a date, Maya receives an unexpected visitor, Soma, an extraterrestrial alien who crash lands in Maya's living room. Soma delivers a message to Maya warning her that an alien invasion from his own kind is fast approaching, and he needs her help to stop it. Well, yeah, you better stop it. Speaking of stopping it, I think we are going to call this one here, and then we will get back with more to finish it off next month, because I don't want to make the final episode too short. So yeah, I'm going to stop this here and we'll do one more episode for the month. So keep following under Dakota Love MS, rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes, check out Crimson Call Comic Club, and I will get back with one more of these soon. Bye.